Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. Yesterday, which could not be recorded, and there are some brothers, alhamdulillah, they are following it, so we will do what we did yesterday again. Okay, al-hajju fi al-lughati al-qasdu ila mu'azzam. Al-hajju, yani hajj, fi mean in, al-lugha. So al-lugha mean the language. Okay, al mean the and lugha mean language. So the language mean which? Like for example, you say a language. So it can be any language. The language mean that me and you already know which language we are talking about. Okay? So في اللغة mean يعني في اللغة العربية in the Arabic language. So what that mean in the lugha? That Arab used to use the word hajj before Islam also. But they will not use specifically for this hajj. Right? So then Islam come and it give meaning to all these terms again. Like salat, zakat, all these. So in the dictionary it means al-qasdu ila mu'azzam. Al-qasd mean to make intention. Irada. Ila mean to word. Mu'azzam mean a great place. From azama, azim, mu'azzam. Right? So, for example, if you went to Orlando to visit a grocery store, halal grocery store, so that will not be called al-qasd. But if you go to Orlando, a big place like Disney World, so that will be called what? That you're doing hajj, right? Hajj, in the Arabic plain language. And wal-hajj fi shari, when Sharia of Islam came, it gave another meaning to the hajj. Okay, wal-hajj fi shari, fi mean in. The little words which are coming, keep on memorizing it, okay? Like wa, fi, fa, ka, al these. And fi shari mean in Sharia. Huwa, this is a zamir, a pronoun which is used for one man who is absent. Okay, so huwa mean he or him. So in Arabic there is no it. So they still use the same zamir, okay? So hajj will be like one male. So we use the pronoun of one male for it, okay? So we don't say he, we will translate in English as it. Huwa ziyaratu, that hajj is a visitation. Biqa mean a locality, a piece of land. This word is used in the Quran also, but in a different form, buq'a. Buq'atil mubaraka, in the study of Musa alayhi salam. Okay, so this is a visitation of a locality, piece of land, makhsusatin, specified, khas. What that means, it has to be in Makkah. Okay, you cannot do hajj in Medina also. 100% of the rituals of hajj are done where? In Makkah. Fi waqtin, fi mean what? In. Waqt mean time, makhsusin, specified time. So if you go to Makkah in Muharram, so that will not be hajj. It has to be in the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, those days of what? Dhul Hijjah. Ala mean upon. Wajhin mean, wajha mean reason. But here wajha mean tariqatin, in a way, makhsusin, specific way. So you might go to Makkah, and you might go to Makkah in the specified days of hajj, but you didn't make intention, you didn't wear ihram, you didn't follow the order. You go to Muzdalifah, then you go to Mina, then you go to Arafat. That will not be hajj, in a specific way. So what is the hajj in Sharia? Okay, what the hajj in Sharia is visitation of a specific place in a specific time, in a specific method. That is what? That is hajj in Sharia. Okay, now what is hajj? And a ghani. Ghani means the one who has affordability. It is sunnah, or it is wajib, or it is fard. So, qad, definitely. Ijtama'atil ummah is united, jam'a, like agreed upon, ala mean upon. Fardhiyatil hajji, that the hajj being fard. Fardhiya mean fard hona. okay, mandatory ship, that the Hajj is fard. The whole ummah, there is no difference between Imam Shafi, Imam Malik, all the ummah, not a single scholar in the whole ummah ever disputed that Hajj is not fard, okay? وَلَمْ يَخْتَلِفْ, and has not differed, fi in فَرْضِيَّتِهِ, in its being a fard, أَحَدٌ, a single min al-Muslimin, from amongst the Muslim scholars, right? Okay. Shurutu fardiyat al-hajj. Shurutu fardiyat al-hajj. What it mean? That shurut mean prerequisites or conditions. And fardiyah mean that the hajj become fard upon you. So there are two kinds of prerequisite. One is shurut fardiyah, that the hajj become fard upon you. And one is shurutul ada. Okay, so when we finish shurut fardiyah, we will start shurutul ada. You see, shurut wujubul ada. So shurutul fardiyah mean that when the hajj become fard upon you. And shurutul ada mean that when you have to perform it, because hajj might be fard upon you in theory, but the performance of hajj might not be fard upon you. Why? Because you cannot walk. So hajj is fard upon you. And the doctor tell you in your whole life, there is no chance that you will recover. You will be in the wheelchair for the rest of your life. You have stroke. Now you say, I cannot go. So if you suppose there is arrangement that you can do hajj in wheelchair and you want to do it, you may do that. But if you don't want to do it, there is no blame upon you. So what you do? A person who has already done his hajj, fard hajj, you pay him all his expenses and he will do hajj on your behalf. That is called hajj badal. Okay? So that is why if hajj become fard upon you, that is a different thing. And the performance of hajj fard upon you, it is a different. So they call shurutul ada and shurutul fardiyya. Right? Okay. So shurut fardiyya, the prerequisite that when hajj become fard upon you. So al-hajju fardun aynin. Hajj is fard ayn. Okay, what fard ayn mean? That certain things that every individual has to do by itself is fard ayn. And fard kifaya. Kifaya means sufficient. Okay, so one is fard ayn and the other is fard kifaya. Kifaya is from what? Sufficiency, sufficient, enough. So certain worships are for the kifaya. What that mean? If enough number of Muslims perform it, there is no blame on the rest. Like for example, janaza salat. If there are 100 people in a community and 70 of them went for burial and janaza, so there is no blame on the 30. They didn't get the reward, but there is no sin upon them. But if there are 100 people in a locality and 70 go for Jummah Salat and the other 30 say that's enough, we don't have to go. No. Every single person has to do for Salatul Jummah. So Salatul Jummah is which fard? Fard Ain. And Salatul Janaza is what? Fard Kifaya. That the sufficient number of people do it, there is no sin on the remaining world. There are so many other examples of Fard Kifaya in Sharia, like for example, to arrange for a scholar who can tell the community halal and haram is Fard Kifaya. So if one person arranges a scholar, there is no sin on the rest of them. To have a masjid, okay, in a locality, it is what? It is Fard Kifaya, right? Okay, so Hajj is Fard Ain or Fard Kifaya? It's Fard Ain, okay? Marratan wahida. How many times in your lifetime? One time. Fil umri, in your entire life. Ala, upon kulli fardin, every individual, min dhakarin, if he is a male, or unsa, or he is a female. Idha, when tawaffarat. Tawaffara is the same word we use in Urdu, wafir. Tawaffarat means when exist, available. Fihi, in that person, ashurutul atiya. Al-atiya means the coming. The following prerequisite when they exist in a male or female. So one time in his lifetime, Hajj is fard ain on every fard, on every individual. Right? Okay, what are those conditions? The first one, an yakuna musliman. That person has to be Muslim, of course. A person is no Muslim, he cannot do Hajj, there is no reward for him. فَلَا يَجِبُ Hajj is not wajib, Hajj is not fard على الكافر on a non-Muslim. The second one is أن يكون بالغا. بالغا means the one who attained puberty. بالغ. Okay, so the age of puberty is what? 14 years by lunar calculation. And if before 14 years, hair appear on the chin of a boy, so even if he is 12 or 13, he will be considered as what? Baligh. If before 14, period monthly started of a girl, even if she is 11 or 13, she will be considered as what? Balighah. Right? But if suppose no hair on the chin, no period, and the child attained 14, so we will say go ahead and start fasting, salat, and hajj become what? Fard upon that person, right? أن يكون بالغا فلا يجب, it is not wajib على الصبي, صبي means child. أن يكون عاقلا, that the person is sane, his mental condition is good. فلا يجب, hajj is not wajib على المجنون, on an insane person, even if he is very rich, he got a lot of money from his parents, or he made it when he was not insane. So, but there is no hajj upon him. أن يكون حرا, the person has to be free. فلا يجب, hajj is not fard على الرقيق. الرقة means slavery. So raqiq means the one who is slave. Because when there used to be slavery, the slave person cannot own anything. So how can he go for hajj? So there is no hajj upon him. أن يكون مستطيعا. مستطيع means the one who can afford. استطاع means affordability. So that he has to be مستطيع. فلا يجب, it is not wajib على الذي, on that person لا يستطيع, who cannot afford. Now he is explaining to you what مستطيع mean. ومعنى الاستطاعة, and the meaning, microphone. Okay. ومعنى الاستطاعة, and the meaning of affordability is أن يملك, that he should be owning. مالك. الزاد, zad means provision. Okay, like provision means that hotel to stay in Makkah, and food, okay, and clothing, and all this is called provision. والراحلة, rahila means transportation. Okay, زائدين, this money of the provision and the transportation should be extra. عن نفقة عياله, from the sustenance of his family that he is living in his home. Okay, so that should be extra. لمدة غيابه, mudda means duration, غيابه means absent, غايب. For the entire duration of his absence when he is doing hajj, he should leave enough money back home that the family, they don't have to ask from somebody. If suppose he has rahila, transportation, and he has zad, provision, but the money is short and he cannot leave enough money for his family, he can delay it to the next year. He is not eligible to do hajj. Right? Okay, bolo abhi.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحج في اللغة.
The Arabic is very simple. 80% is Urdu, okay? So you pay attention to it. Fi, ala, huwa, they are coming again and again and again. And it will enable you to understand Quran, inshallah. Right? Okay, say.
الحج في اللغة.
Hajj in the language of Arabic.
القصد إلى معظم.
معظم, that you make intention to a great place.
الحج في الشرع.
And Hajj in Islamic Sharia.
هو زيارة مكان.
A visitation of a location.
مخصوصة.
Specific.
في وقت مخصوص.
In a specific time.
على وجه مخصوص.
On a specific method.
قد اجمعت
الأمة.
قد اجمعت الأمة.
Ummah is definitely agreed on.
على فرضية الحج.
That the Hajj is being فرض.
ولم يختلف.
Has not differed.
في فرضية.
في فرضيته, in its being فرض.
أحد من المسلمين.
A single one from amongst the Muslims.
شروط فرضية الحج.
Condition, prerequisite that when Hajj becomes فرض upon you.
الحج فرض عين.
Hajj is فرض عين.
مرة واحدة.
One time.
في الأمر
in an entire life,
على كل فرد
and every individual,
من ذكر
if
أو
he is a
أنثى
male or he is a female,
إذا توفرت
when exist in him
فيه الشروط
the
الآتية
following conditions are met.
أن يكون مسلما
That he should, and whenever an come on a verb, it will give fatha to it. So you learn the little things in Arabic, okay? Like for example, an yadriba, an yaf'ala. So you know it forever. Whenever an come before a verb, the verb become what? Maftuh, dhabar. Okay, so an yakuna,
أن يكون
that he
مسلما
should be Muslim.
فلا يجب على الكافر
So it is not fard and kafir.
أن يكون بالغا
That he should be attain puberty.
فلا يجب على الصبي
فلا يجب, it is not wajib on the child.
أن يكون عاقلا
He should be sound, sane.
فلا يجب على
It
المجنون
is not wajib on the person who is majnoon, okay, insane.
أن يكون حرا
He should be free.
فلا يجب على الرقيق
It is not wajib on the slave.
أن يكون مستطيعا
He should be the one who can afford the Hajj.
فلا يجب على الذي لا
It is
يستطيع
not wajib on that person
لا يستطيع
who cannot afford.
ومعنى الاستطاعة
And the meaning of affordability is
أن يملك
أن
الزاد
يملك الزاد, that he own the provision
والراحلة
and the transportation.
زائدة
زائدين, extra.
عن نفقة
عياله, from the provision, sustenance of his family,
لمدة غيابه
for the entire duration of his absence. Right? Okay, wa akhir da'wana, alhamdulillah.